So I guess I should start from the beginning. Now, 6 months ago, I decided I would start taking long distance running a bit more serious. This is something I did in high school, and then a little bit when COVID started, and I had the same pair of shoes that I used then and I'm using now, well, when I did 6 months back. But I was having issues with just keeping up with the demand, and I thought it was just because I was getting older. Your knees hurt, things start to hurt that you don't realize, and really all of that stemmed down to unused muscles involved with running. So I stuck in there for a whole month, and it just wasn't getting better. My shins were still hurting, and my knees were still hurting after every run. So I took a look at the shoes I was using. Your traditional running shoes, they're curved at the top. They allow you to just keep pushing forward and keep your body in a lane position so you can just push yourself and keep going. Like, they were great. The socks I had were compression socks as well. So those just kept everything tight and protected. But one thing I saw in the shoes that I had was that the bottom were worn out towards the heel. So that was an indicator for me that I was a heel striker. Wait, hold on a second, the car's coming by. Whoa, that was too close. Now, that's not really good, because when you hit your heels when you run, a lot of force gets transferred all the way up, shins, your knees, your hips, and then over time it just starts to hurt and degrade. I looked at barefoot shoes that at the time were pretty popular, and they're still popular now. Like, I will see commercials of them, but in my opinion, those are not great for running. Like, they have very minimal cushion between your feet and the ground. So if you try running in those, which I did for a while, you really feel every impact, especially on the concrete. Like, they're supposed to mimic natural running form and strengthen out your feet, but there's nothing natural about concrete. Like, it's a very hard surface that you're not gonna find anywhere in nature that you're gonna run in. So that's really a no good. The only takeaway from using those were the socks that had the pockets for my toes. Those I actually still wear, and I'm wearing them right now on my skates. So they've been like a tremendous help. But the fact being, I still needed to find something that worked well with my feet. There are these shoes called wide toe box shoes. There's different brands for them, and essentially they have a wider toe box, so your feet has a chance to splay out and just breathe and move a little bit more natural while still being in the confinement of a shoe. And that is probably the best thing I ever did for myself. The brand that I got was like a wide toe box running shoes, and at first glance they just look crazy. Like, it's like a I don't know, it's just big at the top and then like thin at the bottom, and that makes sense because your toes are gonna spray out more than your heel. So like that's the design philosophy. But with those, I was running 3 miles coming home and no joint pain at all. The only pain that I had was some weak muscles like the quads. So that was an indicator for me to start working out and doing more high intensity interval training, or just more reps in general for the quad muscles, and then my hamstrings and my calves as well. Since running is an endurance sport, we need to switch our workout to do more endurance type movements, or at least to be able to do longer volumes of workouts and reduce the amount of time we spend resting. And I've been doing that for 4 or 5 months now. The running aspect has been 2 days a week, and then any other day, like today, I'll come out here and just go skating. And that's been great. Like, my knees have been feeling amazing. The shins do not hurt at all. When I run, I don't breathe so heavily. When I walk for long distances, especially at Disney with the kids, where I have to push the stroller or carry backpack on my back or just pick my son up, I'm not even tired. Like, I can go through a whole day at Disney, wake up the next day and feel fine. Like, it's crazy, because I remember the first time we had went to Disney and I was so tired, and I'm like, yo, I thought I was in shape. Like, what's happening? You know what I'm saying? Like you do all this weightlifting and you're like, yeah, man, I'm buffed. This is what I do. I'm a fitness guy now, but you're actually not, unless you're keeping up with the cardio. So that's been really good and eye-opening for me. The other aspect of it is being able to just enjoy activities like this, like I'm doing now. Like, I've been out here for 30 minutes now, right? I did my skating workout, and for me that consists of just doing the figure eights with the skate. Like, right now I'm not even picking up my feet, and it's working out my abductor and adductor, and so I'm just using my hips to move myself now. So that's a key application of those muscles that I would usually do in a workout session. I'm doing now on the skates, and they've been really helpful in transferring to my running, because now I'm strengthening the hips while I'm doing a skating session, so I can then run even further pain-free. And the other one is the hip flexors. So the skates by themselves, probably maybe, I don't know, man, 5 or 6 pounds. Well, maybe even a little less, but I have metal trucks on my skates, and so it's a little heavier than the other ones. So when I lift my feet up with the skates, right, since it's so much heavier than my legs, and it's all the way at the bottom, I can do pretty much high knees on my skates and work out those hip flexors. And so I don't have to do as much as that in my workout with the kettlebells or the dumbbells. And that's leads me to the other point, is finding a balance between your cardio and your weight session. Now, I've seen most people who are really dedicated, they will run in the morning and then lift in the afternoon, or vice versa. I haven't been able to do that yet. Like I said, I'm still pretty new to this not weightlifting, but this running. And so when I run, yeah, I feel fine, but it's still pretty taxing on the body, and I can't do the same level of strength training that I would do had I haven't ran previously. So even if it's if I go running in the afternoon, when I wake up the next morning, I can't really lift weights the same way that I would if I was fresh. And that's just because it is so new, and the body is still adapting to this. So in another maybe 4 or 5 months, I might try to do both, but for now it's one or the other. And I only have the afternoon to work out anyways on a weekday. So after work, I'm just so tired that I'm like, okay, do I want to run or do I want to lift weights? And luckily, because I did so much time in the gym when I was younger, I can afford to not go to the gym now and just do maybe 2 days a week is enough for me to maintain my my muscles. Like, I've gotten pretty lean since I started running. At first it was a little bit scary, right? Like, you think you're losing your muscles, but they're just laying down, right? They're still there. I'm still pretty strong, but it's just a different look now, and it's more optimized for running. So yeah, now it's like I'm actually applying the muscles that I worked hard to achieve into a different type of activity that I didn't used to do before. But if you have been looking to either wanting to lose weight or just even just running in general, the first thing I would do is look at the shoes that you have for the activity you want to do, and make sure you can do that activity pain-free. I've tried to get people to work out that I know, and a lot of the time they would tell me like, yeah, the workout is hard, and I'm like, no, it's not. You're just doing it a little wrong, and that's okay. So do a little less of it. And for some people, it's like they don't want to do less. They want to try to sweat as hard as they can. But it's okay to have fun with some of these things. Like, eventually, you'll build the strength that you need to do it a little bit longer. And even like just a 5-minute workout session, if you've never worked out before, is more than enough to get the ball rolling. Like, the key there is that you're consistent with it and you learn the technique. That's it. Even as I'm trying to run now for longer distances, my number one goal is to be able to run a long distance without any pain. That's my first goal. There are so many videos out there that are gonna help you with your running form, your technique, your breathing, and I feel like all of that is for people who have already been running and want to improve incrementally. But when you're new and you just want to get started, the best thing you can do is just to do small increments of it, like small bursts, and then stay consistent with that. Over time, when you build up your endurance and you can run like, I don't know, 30 minutes without running out of breath, then it's time to start analyzing different aspects. And even then, you want to do one thing at a time. Like, I currently, because I can now run for 30 minutes without stopping, I'm looking at improving my mid-foot strike, and that's it. I'm still pretty much breathing out of my mouth and that's fine. Like, I can do 30 minutes mouth and nose, right? It's like I can't fully yet breathe out of my nose throughout the whole run, but at least I can run for 30 minutes with the mouth, and then I'm working on the mid-foot strike. But yeah, these things are going to compound, and I'm going to make more videos as I learn more and then share my experience. So eventually, when I do a marathon or even a Ironman race, I can be able to say, hey, go watch this video from 2 years ago when I was a total beginner, and then see now how I'm doing this effortlessly. But yeah, that's about it. That's all I wanted to ramble on about. I'm actually done with my skate session. Today I'm doing lower body, and this is like my warm-up. I'm out here skating, and when I get home, I'm gonna go ahead and lift some weights, and then I'll be ready for my day. So if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. I have tons of workout videos that I do, and I hope to try to make more of these just pretty chill videos where I'm just talking, rambling on, and sharing my journey with you, because I'm still learning. You know, I have a lot of books here about just exercise science and kinesiology, and I read that, and it's always tempting to try to add new things, but I have to be careful because too much new things can mess up the flow that I have currently. So I try to do one thing at a time, kind of master that, and then I add another thing to it. And if you're doing that, you're on a good path to reaching your goal. But until next time, I will see you later. Peace.